Chapter 1. Christoph. My pale, veined feet stand planted in the muddy ground. I wish that my body will sink deeper into the earth and bury me, but it is my curse to live forever. From somewhere past the tombstones, my mother Sylvia shouts, "Christoph, come quickly! Your father needs your help." I slowly trudge over to the freshly dug grave where my father waits. A neatly wrapped corpse lays on the ground beside of him. My father, Rupert, has been doing this much too long, and it is evident from the weary look on his face that he hopes for me and Libby to learn the family trade and to take over from him some day soon. Libby is my sister, and though we are related, we could not be more different. She sits atop an oval-shaped tombstone and kicks her feet joyously. She has always wanted to follow in our parents' footsteps, or lack thereof. She hops down off the slick cement marker and glides over to the grave. With her index finger she pokes the dead body and it squishes a little under the plastic tarp. I feign interest in the task at hand and ask my father, "What do you need me to do?" He smiles and holds out a wooden shovel for me to take. "Finish digging this hole for me." My mother puts an arm around him and places an ice-cold kiss gently upon his cheek. Tiny raindrops batter against the tarp and make a soft pattering sound. Aside from the caretaker at the cemetery, the only other people who know about the dead body are part of the Versailles family, and my family would never tell anyone about our secrets. The woman who lies under the tarp has no immediate relatives who will miss her, and that is the specific reason that she was chosen. Sometimes it seems impossible to choose the perfect victim, but this one had made things easy for us. My family owns and operates one of the 3 major funeral homes in Fredericton, Virginia, and last week the woman under the tarp had come to us for help. The woman's husband recently passed away and she needed to make arrangements for his funeral. My mother and father helped her plan the service. However, the woman kept coming back to us to talk. It seemed like she would have really benefited from bereavement counselling, but my mother suggested that she could ease her pain in other ways. In a place like Fredericton, vampires have to be smart about our food choices. If my family lived in a large city, there would be less attention for us to worry about. The woman was starving for understanding friends, and my family had been starving for something else entirely. When my parents offered to walk the cemetery grounds and talk with the woman, they were not surprised she accepted. When my parents were sure that they were the only ones at the S section of the cemetery, my father snapped the woman's neck and laid her gently under a tarp, making sure to tuck in her arms and legs as to not arouse suspicion. The caretaker at the cemetery is an elderly man who was hired by my family about 20 years ago. My parents still look the same as the day that they hired him, but the caretaker was an old man now. I suspect that had he known how much death he would see, he never would have taken the job working for us. I pull myself out of the grave once it is deep enough to hold a body. "It's finished." My father walks over to me and places a translucent hand upon my shoulder. "I'm proud of you." The words do not sit well with me, and I want to pull away from his cold touch, but instead I nod my head. My mother makes quick work of draining the woman's blood into a plastic container, and then I watch as Libby rolls the body over and into the grave.